This is Spears. Big hole. One man to beat, and he's off to the races. Touchdown, Tulane. Second of the night for Spears. This one from 34. 13-0 Green Wave in front. First down, Pratt off play action. Shea Wyatt, there he goes. It's a Tulane touchdown. 72 yards to the house. On 3rd and 6. Pratt fires, tipped up and intercepted. Eric Scott dives to the pylon and in for the touchdown. A 34-yard pick six. Southern Miss has 16 unanswered here in the second half. And they're up by 2 scores on the road in New Orleans. A picture-perfect Saturday night in New Orleans as we welcome you into Yulman Stadium, where the Tulane Green Wave, off to its first 3-0 start since 1998, play host to the Southern Miss Golden Eagles in the battle for the bell. Along with the 14-year NFL vet, Super Bowl champ Brian Kinchin, Jack Benjamin with you. No question the Green Wave, one of the great surprises in the early college football season. They upset K-State in Manhattan last week and now trying to carry that momentum forward against one of their rivals. Welcome to Hammond, Louisiana, as we roll along with the first round of the NCAA FCS Football Championship. It's the Southeastern Louisiana Lions out of the Southland Conference, playing host to the Florida A&M Rattlers out of the SWAC. And with that, we welcome you inside Strawberry Stadium alongside LaDarren McClain, Jack Benjamin on hand. This is a fun matchup. FAMU, first playoff appearance since 2001. They've won 8 straight games. And Southeastern, meanwhile, second time hosting in 3 years. Top offense against the top defense. Something's got to give.
Yeah, it's a juicy matchup.
And a jet sweep. D.D. McDougal. He can fly. Oh, zigzags his way to the house. Touchdown, Tulane. Putting all corn on skates. 3rd down and 8 Southeastern. They rush 5. Kelly over the middle for Kovacs. And he's got him for 6 more. A bullet from Cole Kelly. And all Southeastern at home, 30-0 early in the 3rd. 3rd and 8, McNeese rushes 4. Grenier, Matthews got it in stride, and he breaks loose. Off to the races. Nichols gets a home run, and they've got the lead back. And they go with the Wildcat. This is Deontay McMahon with a seam. McMahon, second level, inside the 20 and to the house. 67 yards. And the Cowboys strike again. From 37. And it's blocked. Southern Miss blocks a punt. Now they block a field goal. Natron Brooks. Tulane's lead is still its halftime margin of 17-10, but this Southern Miss defense continues to be stingy. They force a 47-yard field goal attempt, which Kriston Esnard misses, first miss of his career. And now USM takes over from its own 30. Frank Gore Jr. A little bit of space, and he'll push ahead for about 5. Jarius Monroe on the stop. Been tough sledding to run the ball for Gore in this offense for Southern Miss.
They haven't been overly committed to the run through this entire football game, and Tulane hadn't been giving them much except early on, but they shut it down late in that second half, or first half.
It's Gore again. Able to bounce off one and get ahead for a couple. Southern Miss 3rd down upcoming, where they're 2 for 8 tonight.
Tough sledding between those tackles, but a lot of big bodies, and we get a glimpse of why. Big Tylo Phillips, 280, making the stop on that Gore's running back.
Empty set on 3rd and 2. This Ullman Stadium crowd into it again. Four-man rush. Wilkie to Gore, spins ahead. He's got a first down. Third catch for Gore. And Zach Wilkie, who had been 2 for his last 6, able to convert there and to move the chains.
And I like that call. Just a little swing route to Gore for the conversion to get you a first down. That's all you need. You can reset and get back to work.
That's their first down of the second half. Had just 5 in the first half. Wilkie pulls it back, and he finds his man Latrell Jones. Macon Clark shoves him out of bounds just shy of midfield.
That was almost like an RPO double think. he was going to run it.
Is that something you termed that?
I termed that a double think.
Second and short. It's Gore again. You can see the way he just puts his head down. Do you see similarities at all to the way that his dad ran the ball, third leading rusher in the history of the NFL, to what he does? His dad, I think, was a little bigger, but the way he lowers his shoulder and uses that low center of gravity, I see some similarities there.
Yeah, he had a little meat on his bone, his daddy did. But yeah, same style, similar, very similar. Obviously his son, we're going to see that, but mentality the same as well.
Tries to bounce it outside this time, and he's got a lane. One of the bigger holes he's had tonight, and he gave Jarius Monroe a blow. Those two talk at each other as he runs back to the huddle.
And Monroe's not a small fellow for a cornerback. He's 205, and Gore doesn't really seem to bat an eye when he lays that shoulder down.
When you think about the career his dad had, 16 years in the NFL. He played in 241 games, most ever by an NFL running back, 5-time Pro Bowler. And his son not too shabby either. Wilkie to throw. Caston makes the catch in stride, and he'll race into the end zone. Southern Miss a point away from tying this game up on a 37-yard catch and run. What a response.
And a nice job working the post route. But Lemmy Young, their free safety, number 23, he's the responsible one to not let anything get over the top of him, and he missed. He overplayed. Extra point.
Brooks Bourgeois away and good. 7 plays, 70 yards, 37-yard touchdown grab from Jacarius Caston, who's now got 7 catches for 76 on the night. And Southern Miss, who once trailed 14-0, has tied this game up. You think about the job that Will Hall's team has done on the road. Didn't get rattled early. They were down 14-0. Can't say enough about the defense and the way that they kept them in it early. And now his offense and his young, true freshman quarterback starting to make plays.
And they have stayed committed to that passing game. They had very little success running the football, and they tried to do it early on in this half and didn't have much success. Went to the passing game on the first play of the second series. And it also was the last play of this series as well, as it connects to Brownlee right down the middle.
Will Hall taking on his former team, again OC here, offensive coordinator 2019 and 2020. All knotted up, inside 2 to play in this third quarter. We've talked all night about Austin Armstrong's defense for Southern Miss. They're called the Nasty Bunch. They've been pretty good tonight. 4 TFLs, 3 sacks, and giving Michael Pratt all kinds of trouble.
And when they put a hit on him, it's no different. It makes him think about it when he's back in that pocket. And I think the key is having that pocket stay intact and not letting Pratt get outside. He's done it a few times, but for the most part, they've been able to keep him bottled up and not let his legs affect that passing game like he normally is able to do. And kudos to the way they've prepared for this game and prepared for a guy like Michael Pratt.
Youngest coordinator in FBS football, Austin Armstrong, 29 years of age. We've seen the emotion all night long. What does Michael Pratt in this Tulane offense have for a response? Starts with Spears on the ground, breaking loose. Out of bounds he goes as he high steps his way near midfield. Give him 23.
Needed something to light a fire for that Tulane offense. They scored on their first and third possession, scored touchdowns, a late field goal, but have done very little. And we talked about the inconsistency that Sabota talked about. We have to be better throughout the entire football game. We can't just go in spurts.
Pratt steps up and runs. Bouncing off bodies down near the 40.
That's what he's been unable to do all night, is to be able to bleed out of that pocket and get those extra yards and to be able to sustain drives with his legs. Still taking the hits, but that's just the price you pay for getting the chains moved.
A little bit of a limp there for Michael Pratt. That's something to keep an eye on. He was banged up at the end of the Kansas State game. He mentioned that he only had gotten an IV, but something to monitor. Inside a minute to go in the third, tied at 17. It's Spears. And pushes ahead to the 38-yard line. Jordan Mahaffey in on the stop after a gain of 3 yards. We'll see if Tulane chooses to take this to the end of the third.
Got that wildcat again. Pratt near the near side, out wide.
Out of the wildcat, potential final play of this third quarter. And Spears ahead near a first down. It'll be about a yard shy. And that will finish off this third quarter. Now Southern Miss, once trailing 14-0, has scored 17 of the last 20. All even, 15 minutes to go. Battle for the bell. Southern Miss trying to stop a 2-game losing streak to Tulane here in New Orleans.